For the record, this meeting is being recorded on the city's sound system. On behalf of the board, we welcome you and thank you and everyone in attendance for your interest and concern in the city. The board set this meeting to consider the suspension appeal of Ms. Caroline Starr. Under the Code of Alabama, the employee may elect to have a public or private hearing. I've previously been informed that Ms. Starr wishes a public hearing. Is that correct?
That is correct, Counsel.
Thank you, sir. The city is present in person of the mayor, who will be representing himself. And I understand that Mr. Jason Carroll, attorney-at-law, will be representing Ms. Starr. I will now ask each member of the board whether he or she is able to serve as an impartial member of an administrative tribunal and to arrive at a decision based solely upon the evidence presented at this hearing. Any member not able to act in such a manner may say so now and ask to be excused. I assume by your silence, every one of you is prepared to be impartial. The matter before us is a serious and important matter. We intend to conduct a fair and orderly hearing. The board will listen to all the testimony and evidence presented at the hearing and make its decision on just the evidence presented at the hearing. I'll serve as the presiding officer. It is my intention to maintain order, rule on legal matters and questions, and conduct the hearing in an impartial manner. The board is here to listen to the evidence and make a decision. I, as hearing officer, do not participate in the board's decision-making, which will take place after all the evidence is received. The procedure to be followed will be in compliance with the City of Scottsboro Personnel or Employee Handbook and the Loudermill case, which is an appellate case concerning such hearings as this. I'll now instruct the parties as to procedures. The employee's attorney, Mr. Carroll, you will get to go first and present any evidence you wish to present. The mayor will then go later and have an opportunity to present the evidence he wishes to present. Evidence can be in two forms, either by testimony under oath or in the form of exhibits. Each of you will have the right to cross-examine any evidence that is presented by witnesses. Board members will sit as a panel of judges and remain impartial. The board members will not be questioned by the attorneys or the witnesses. The rules are rather simple. Only one person talks at a time, and no interruptions. Objections will be addressed to me as presiding officer for the board's decision. The attorneys or parties are not to argue directly with each other. As the hearing is public, the audience may not talk or in any way disrupt the proceeding. Any disruptive behavior by any member of the audience will result in that member being excused from the hearing room. The participants are to conduct themselves with common courtesy and respect for the rights of others. Unduly repetitive testimony or irrelevant testimony will be ruled out of order, either upon motion by either of the parties or by my own motion if necessary. The hearing is not a formal court of law. I'll rule on legal objections to the best of my ability. My rulings can be overturned by a majority of the board. We're interested in hearing and obtaining all the facts relevant to the issues in the case. And I request that the parties avoid making unnecessary or technical objections. Does everyone understand the rules?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Will all the people who expect to testify please stand? And come forward. Do you have any other witnesses that you would expect to call, Mr. Carroll?
Not that are present.
And Ms. Starr does not expect to testify?
No, sir.
Gentlemen, for the testimony you are about to give, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Thank you. Keep your seats for a moment. As presiding officer of the hearing, I assume that all witnesses have been sworn. The courts in Alabama follow a custom of asking the attorneys or the parties that request, basically call the rule, where witnesses are expected not to remain in the courtroom or witnesses go to a separate place until so they can be called in. Does either side wish to invoke the rule?
No, sir.
Yes, sir, I do.
Mr. Potter, you have invoked the rule. Judge Griner, Judge Word, Mr. Wheeler, would you exit? The Chief Dow will show you where to go. You'll be in the council conference room, and you'll be called as soon as it's appropriate. We've already gone over the procedure. I'll ask either of you if you would like to make an opening statement.
I'd like to make a short opening statement.
5 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jason Carroll. As Lawyer Kinnemer said, I represent Caroline Starr. I would ask you to remember that your job is to do what is best for the city and not necessarily what the mayor wants to do. Your interest lies in making sure that the city's interests are served, and the city's interest is served by justice to the employee, any employee. So that's what I'll ask you to remember, and I thank you for your patience and your time.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
At this time, we will receive into evidence